I welcome you all to this wonderful learning experience, and I hope that you will be getting a lot of value today in this session. Okay. I welcome you because you people are committed to grow your business to the next level. And that gives me tremendous pleasure to help people like you in taking their business to the next level and grow and come out with an SME IPO. Okay. Now, as you might have got a message, how to use other people's money to run your business. This is a wonderful system which is called leverage. Okay, you must have seen people labor moving very heavy articles, machinery or other items, just by a iron rod. Using that iron rod, they put a lever in between, and then they just stick this iron rod, and on the other side they just press it and the item starts moving. Okay, that is leverage. So similarly in business, leverage is very important, and if you want to grow your business beyond your capacity, you have to use other people's money, you have to use other people's time, and you have to use other people's efforts. All the big businessmen, all the big companies, they are doing the same thing. All big companies around the world, they are using people's money, they are using people's brains, they are using people's time, they are using people's efforts, and they are growing. For example, if you take a company which is having, say, 10,000 employees, you are working alone, you are putting up 8 hours a day, so your productivity is 8 hours. But imagine when a company is having 1 lakh employees, so their total productivity per day is 8 lakh man hours. So that's the difference. When the companies get listed, they become a listed company, listed on the stock exchange, they get people's money to run their business. This is the concept which we are going to discuss today. So that's why we say it, using other people's money to run your business. Okay. Now, you may say that business loans are also a way where you are using other people's money. My dear friends, no doubt, business loans are also there, but you have to pay interest on that. But when you go for the IPO, you don't have to pay any interest on the money which you raise through the IPO. That is the beauty. And you don't have to return that money also. Okay. So for those who don't know what an IPO is, so let me tell you briefly. An IPO means initial public offering. Means when any company, any business offers its shares to the public for subscription for the first time, that event is known as initial public offering or IPO. Okay, clear? Now, if you have got an IPO dream, if you want to come out with an IPO, you are in the right place, because showing up is half done. That shows that you are quite interested and you are going to take all the efforts which are needed to convert your business into a listed company, right? Now, let me tell you briefly, duration of this webinar is going to be somewhere around 90 minutes. There's going to be a mixture of Hindi and English, a little bit of Hindi, mostly English, but the English again I'm going to use is going to be very simple so that everyone can understand it. Okay. This webinar is designed for growth-hungry business owners, particularly SME business owners who want to grow their business and come out with an IPO. Okay. We are not going to talk unnecessary things, only real stuff which is actionable. You can take action on that, right? And if you have got any questions, I will request you to please keep your questions with you, because last few minutes of this session are dedicated for questions and answers. So at that time, I will be answering all your questions. Okay. Please don't ask your questions in between, because that disturbs the flow of the webinar. Now, what I expect from you, that you will not be spamming here, not sharing your number, contact details, email, or social media ID, etc., because that's not going to serve any purpose except for creating distraction for others. Okay. Another thing is that since you are attending this webinar, I will expect that you will attend this till the end. If you go to somewhere, please leave right now, because half knowledge is of no use, right? Please have full focus here, because otherwise it will be a waste of time. And if you want, you can take notes also, so that you can have a reference point for the future. Right? Now, what we are going to talk about, what are the eligibility norms for SME IPO? SME IPO करने के लिए क्या-क्या requirements हैं? Then steps, what are the steps you have to take to get your company listed on the stock exchange? क्या-क्या आपको करना पड़ेगा? क्या-क्या steps चाहिए आपको? क्या-क्या करने से आपकी company listing हो सकती है? Strategies for the SME IPO. What preparations are needed for the SME IPO? What are the key benefits of SME IPO for the company and for the promoters? SME IPO के फायदे क्या हैं? क्यों करना चाहिए? कंपनी को, आपके बिजनेस को क्या फायदा है और आपको एज ए प्रमोटर क्या फायदा है? ओके, नाउ व्हाट नेक्स्ट? During last few years, we all have been hearing a lot of noise around MSME, that is micro, small and medium enterprises, which is known to be the growth engine of the new India. New India, you know, growth engine of new India. What is the current scenario of this growth engine? Let's see briefly. This is the sector which is providing, which is say the number of MSMEs registered with the government of India is more than 6 crores. There are more than 6 crores small businesses, micro, small and medium businesses registered with the government of India. And all these combined, they are contributing more than 27% of the GDP. This sector alone. This is the largest employment provider sector. MSME is the one sector which provides largest employment in the country. Okay. But despite that, more than 72% of MSMEs are stagnant since last 5 years. Either they are stagnating, or they are not making profits, or they are making losses. Okay. I'm not saying this. This is a result of the study conducted by the Consortium of Indian Associations. Why this scenario is there? इतना तकलीफ वाली situation क्यों है? Shortage of funds. That is the main reason. There are other reasons also, but the main reason, the biggest reason is shortage of funds. Okay. Now, what is the biggest challenge faced by SMEs? Now we are going to talk about SMEs only, not MSMEs. Okay. SMEs, that is small and medium enterprises. What are the biggest challenge for them? I would like to have your answers. So please write down fast in the chat box. What is the biggest challenge? सबसे बड़ी तकलीफ क्या है SME के लिए? क्या प्रॉब्लम सबसे ज्यादा बड़ी है? Please write down in the chat box. Funding. More answers, please. I want all of you to participate because that will make it a bit more interactive. Fun, team. More answers, please. और भी आंसर दीजिए. मैं कोई आपका टेस्ट नहीं ले रहा हूं, कुछ नहीं है. This is just to make it a bit interesting and interactive. Technical know-how, eligibility criteria. What for? Eligibility for what? Lack of working capital, technology, technical know-how, investment, clarity on growth. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. You are jumping directly to SME IPO eligibility. That will come, my dear friend. Just wait for some time. Okay. Allocation of funds, network, government policy. I told you there are lots of problems, lots of challenges, but the biggest challenge, biggest problem for SMEs is the shortage of funding. Funding की shortage सबसे बड़ी समस्या है SME के लिए. Agree? Now, shortage of funds, how to take care of that? When we say shortage of funds, that is like running a car on an empty tank. What happens when you are running your car and you don't have fuel in your petrol tank? What happens? Either you or somebody else will have to push your car. ऐसे ही धक्का लगाना पड़ता है ना, पेट्रोल खत्म हो जाता है बीच में तो. So the same thing happens in business also, because in business, forget the growth. Even for running the day-to-day operations, you need funding. If you don't have enough funding, sufficient funding, तो आपका business day-to-day business run करना भी मुश्किल हो जाता है. Growth तो बाद में आती है ना? तो funding is the lubricant. Funding is the lifeblood for any business. Without funding, you can't move ahead. Okay. Now, Most businessmen, they go for loans. The loans may be secured or unsecured, maybe from some family friends or known people or from banks or from institutions, anywhere. But every loan, whatever is the source, whether this is against collateral or without a collateral, that has an interest element. ब्याज देना पड़ता है दोस्त. आप किसी से भी लोन लेंगे, आपको उस पे इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ता है, ब्याज देना पड़ता है, right? That is the problem which is eating away a major part of your profits. बहुत सारा प्रॉफिट आपका उसी में निकल जाता है, इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट बढ़ती रहती है, इंटरेस्ट रेट बढ़ते रहते हैं. What happens? ऐसा लगता है कि आप अपने लिए काम नहीं कर रहे हैं. ऐसा लगता है आप अपने लिए काम नहीं कर रहे हैं. You are working for the bank. Suppose you have got credit limits of around 10 crores and you have made a profit of around 2 crores in the year. So out of that you pay more than 1 crore as bank interest. So in a way you are working for the bank, not for yourself. Okay. Now there are other problem also faced by SMEs. Because of shortage of funds, your growth is slower. No doubt you are growing slowly. But if you get sufficient funds, you can grow much faster. Okay. Then there is no valuation. If you want to have a partner or something like that in your business, then there is a lot of hassles in calculating valuation. कितना होगा business का, किस हिसाब से उसको आप share देंगे, अपना partner बनाएंगे, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. तो valuation नहीं होता है. Then there is no recognition. आप जाते हैं कोई भी डिपार्टमेंट में, कोई भी बैंक में, they don't recognize you. कोई आपको भाव नहीं देते वो लोग. Wealth creation, you will say we are creating wealth because we are making profits. My dear friends, you are making profits in your business, but you are creating wealth equal to the profits only. You are not creating any wealth beyond the profits. आपने सपोज 1 करोड़ रुपया साल का कमाया तो 1 करोड़ का ही वेल्थ क्रिएशन आपने किया. बट देयर आर अदर वेज, और तरीके भी हैं जिससे वेल्थ क्रिएशन होता है और बहुत ज्यादा होता है और बहुत फास्ट होता है. ओके, वी विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट. Then most of the small businesses, they are always burdened by heavy debt. बहुत सारा लोन होता है उनके ऊपर जो एक बोझ की तरह से है. तो अगर आपके पास पैसा हो और एक्स्ट्रा तो आप वो लोन रीपे कर सकते हैं, राइट? Then there are no systems or controls, and when there are no systems or controls, there is lesser credibility. बैंक भी आपके ऊपर उतना भरोसा नहीं करता, आपके सप्लायर्स भी उतना भरोसा नहीं कर सकते. जब आप सिस्टम्स और कंट्रोल्स लगाते हैं अपने बिजनेस में तो इट बिकम्स मोर क्रेडिबल. ओके, सॉल्यूशन क्या है इसका? सॉल्यूशन है आईपीओ, इनिशियल पब्लिक ऑफरिंग. यू कैन गो फॉर एन आईपीओ. तो आईपीओ की जब बात करते हैं, व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ एन आईपीओ, मोस्टली पीपल थिंक, मोस्ट ऑफ देम दे थिंक दैट आईपीओज आर ओनली फॉर बिग कंपनी. सिर्फ बड़ी कंपनियां ही ला सकती हैं आईपीओ, ऐसा एक विश्वास है, ऐसी एक मान्यता बनी हुई है ना? बट ये जो मान्यता है ये ठीक मान्यता नहीं है, ये गलत मान्यता है. क्यों? अभी मैं आपको थोड़ी देर में बताऊंगा. क्योंकि ये झूठ है, ये मिथ है, ये गलत विश्वास है, गलत धारणा है. आज की डेट में स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस भी आईपीओज ला रही हैं और बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही हैं. उनकी वैल्यूएशन भी स्काई रॉकेट हो रही है, कहां से कहां उनकी वैल्यूएशन जा रही है. ओके, so this is the new scenario in which you can raise funds from the public even in the SME sector, right? Now you will think and you will say that we are not big enough. हम तो बड़े बिजनेस नहीं है, हम तो छोटा बिजनेस है. My dear friends, छोटा बिजनेस भी एलिजिबल है SME IPO के लिए. You can do SME IPOs. Okay, we'll be talking about that shortly. Right now, small can dream big. This is the new scenario. You don't have to be big to think big. Okay, let's take one example. Suppose you have got a company with a net worth of 10 crores. The net worth of your company is 10 crores and you are the 100% owner of this company. This is one situation. The second situation is that you get this company listed on the stock exchange. While listing on the stock exchange, you have to offer minimum 25% shares to the public. So now your company becomes a listed company and you are holding only 75% of the shares in this same company, which has a net worth of 10 crores. But the net worth or the market valuation of this company becomes 100 crore on listing, or say sometime after listing. You are holding only 75% in this company. You are owning, you are सिर्फ 75% के मालिक हैं. Which situation is better? 100% of a 10 crore net worth company or 75% of a 100 crore valuation company? Which one is a better position, A or B? Please give your answers in the chat box. Obviously, B is the right choice. So that shows you that if you go for listing, you get your company listed on the stock exchange, though you are diluting 25% or something like that of your company, but आपका जो 70-75% भी आपके पास बचता है, उसकी वैल्यू बहुत ज्यादा कहीं ज्यादा होती है जो आपकी अभी 100% की. Okay. Now, when we talk about IPO, this is not about fundraising only. बहुत से लोग सोचते हैं कि IPO सिर्फ fundraising के लिए होता है. No, my dear friends, this is not only for fundraising. Fundraising is just one part. Fundraising is just one part of the entire puzzle. What else? It's about unlocking value. आप बरसों से अपने बिजनेस में काम कर रहे हैं. You're working hard since many years, but you are getting the value, which is only the profits which you are making. You have hidden value in your business, which you cannot unlock unless you go for listing. Okay. So this is IPO is about unlocking the value, hidden value. You have been working for decades and decades and decades. बहुत से लोग हैं जो आते हैं हमारे पास, वो 20 साल से बिजनेस चल रहा है जी, हमारा 30 साल से बिजनेस चल रहा है जी, 25 साल से चल रहा है जी, but valuation is not there. Then there are two concepts we have to understand. There is one concept which is known as book value. Another concept is known as enterprise value. In the same business, both the things are there. But most of the people know this, book value only. Okay. Book value means your capital plus your reserves, which are represented by assets. आपने जितना कैपिटल लगाया हुआ है और जितने आपके रिजर्व्स हैं, वो आपने डिफरेंट एसेट्स में लगा रखे हैं, लैंड, बिल्डिंग, मशीनरी, स्टॉक्स, डेटर्स, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. ओके, वो आपकी बुक वैल्यू है, वो आपकी बुक वैल्यू है. ओके, और ये बुक वैल्यू कहाँ दिखती है? वेयर यू कैन सी दिस बुक वैल्यू? दिस बुक वैल्यू कैन बी सीन इन योर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, इन योर बैलेंस शीट. The second concept is enterprise value. What is enterprise value? Your enterprise value is the market value of your business, not the book value. This is the market value of your business. How do you calculate that? That is not seen in your books. That is not seen in your books. The real value you don't even know. आपको पता ही नहीं है कि आपके बिजनेस की रियल वैल्यू क्या है, और देख भी नहीं सकते आप इसको, क्योंकि आपके बैलेंस शीट में नहीं होती है. जब आप आईपीओ के लिए जाते हैं, ओनली देन यू रियलाइज व्हाट इज द एंटरप्राइज वैल्यू ऑफ योर फाइनेंशियल बिजनेस, बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट सीन एनीवेयर इन योर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स. आपके बैलेंस शीट में नजर नहीं आती है. ओके, सिमिलरली इन्हीं दोनों का रिजल्ट है कि टिल द टाइम यू आर अनलिस्टेड, यू आर वर्किंग एज अ बिजनेसमैन, बट व्हेन यू गो एंड गेट योर कंपनी लिस्टेड, you are entering the league of entrepreneurs. There is a huge difference in business owners and an entrepreneur. Okay, a business owner creates wealth through book value. A business owner creates wealth through book value, but the entrepreneur creates wealth through enterprise value. उसको थोड़ा समझना पड़ेगा. You need a different mindset for that. आपका जो सोचने का तरीका है वो एंटायरली डिफरेंट हो जाता है, वो चेंज हो जाता है जब आप एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना चाहते हैं और उस दिशा में कदम बढ़ाते हैं. ओके, Market capitalization is the valuation after listing. When you go for listing on the stock exchange, the market value of your shares, market capitalization of your shares, that is the valuation of your business. Okay. Suppose listing के बाद आपका 10 रुपए का शेयर 100 रुपए का बिकता है, तो आपकी वैल्यूएशन जो एंटरप्राइज वैल्यू है वो 10 गुना हो गई, जितनी आपकी बिजनेस की वैल्यू है उसका 10 गुना हो जाती है, बुक वैल्यू का 10 गुना. ओके. नाउ दिस इज अबाउट वेल्थ क्रिएशन. यू वांट टू सी कि वेल्थ क्रिएशन कैसे होता है, आईपीओ से वेल्थ क्रिएशन कैसे होता है. वांट टू सी? इफ यू वांट टू सी, से यस. Wealth creation of for SMEs through SME IPO. Okay. Thank you everyone. Thank you for the response. Now let's see this. There is one example. There is a company, Varanium Cloud Limited. This company came out with an IPO of 36.6 crores in September 22. अभी एक साल भी नहीं हुआ है. Okay. 36.6 crore was the IPO size, September 22, and the price of per share at the time of IPO was 122 rupees. The company valuation was around 150 crores. Okay. The current market price of the shares of this company is 690. 690 रुपए का शेयर है, 122 वाला. And company का जो valuation है, that has gone up to 695 crores. 695 करोड़. 150 करोड़ की कंपनी 695 करोड़ की होगी. This is how wealth is created by IPO. You see a magic. Want to see more example? There is another example. This company had an IPO of 11.63 crores. 11.63 करोड़ का IPO March 22, 38 rupees per share में आया. Company valuation at that time was around 45 crores. Current market price of the share is 503. The company valuation now is 580 crores. 580 करोड़ वैल्यू हो गई 45 करोड़ वाली कंपनी की. है मैजिक? है ना मैजिक? This is the magic of IPO. Now, let's have some brainstorming. How many large companies are there in India? When I say large companies, I mean to say companies with a turnover of more than 250 crores. 250 करोड़ रुपए टर्नओवर से ज्यादा वाली कितनी कंपनियां इंडिया में हैं? Any answers? I'm not testing your knowledge, just to make it interactive. How many companies in India has turnover of more than 250 crores? No idea. No problem. More than 1,000, 2,000. More answers, please. Make your guesses. 1 million, 100 plus, 500. More answers. 3, 500. 4 lakhs, 4,000. Okay, thank you for the response. Thank you for the response. This is almost 20,000 companies in India. Almost 20,000 companies in India has got turnover of more than 250 crores per annum. 250 करोड़ से ऊपर टर्नओवर वाली 20,000 करीब के कंपनियां हैं इंडिया में. Okay. Out of that, how many of these 20,000 companies are listed? इसमें से 20,000 में से कितनी कंपनियां लिस्टेड कंपनियां हैं जो स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे लिस्टेड है? All? No. This is a wrong answer. 100. More answers. Come on, fast. 5,000 listed companies. 2,000, 40%. More answers, please. 10%. 10,000. Thank you for making the guesses. Thank you for making the guesses. 5,500 companies. The answer is 5,500 companies out of 20,000 companies are listed. That is more than 25%. That is more than 25%. And you may feel proud that India is the country with largest number of listed companies in the world. दुनिया में किसी भी और देश में इतनी लिस्टेड कंपनीज नहीं हैं जितनी हमारे देश में है ना। हमारे लिए प्राउड की बात, दिस इज समथिंग टू मेक अस प्राउड। ओके, नाउ लेट्स कम टू एसएमई। हाउ मेनी एसएमईज आर देयर इन इंडिया? व्हेन आई से एसएमईज, एसएमईज मींस कंपनीज बिटवीन अ टर्नओवर ऑफ 5 करोड़ एंड 250 करोड़। 5 करोड़ से 250 करोड़ टर्नओवर वाली कितनी कंपनियां हैं इंडिया में? मेक योर गैसेस फास्ट। 1 लाख, 5 लाख, 10 lakhs, 5 crores, 40, 10 lakhs, 5, 2 lakhs. More answers, please. More guesses. More guesses. ये जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, that ये सब कोई पर्पस के लिए बात कर रहे हैं, just to make you understand the importance of this concept. Okay, 5 lakh. Anyway, thank you for the response. My dear friends, there are more than 3 lakh companies in India. When I say companies, that means businesses with a turnover between 5 crore and 250 crore. It may be partnership, it may be proprietorship, it may be private limited, whatever. Businesses with turnover of 5 crore plus and less than 250 crore are 3 lakhs. 3 लाख कंपनियां हैं इंडिया में. ओके, इनमें से कितनी कंपनीज लिस्टेड हैं? आउट ऑफ दीज 3 lakhs, how many of these companies are listed? 5,000. More guesses. 350, 1,000, 12,000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 100, 20,000, 44,000. Thank you for guessing. Thank you for guessing. There are only 700 plus companies listed out of the 3 lakhs. 3 लाख कंपनियां हैं जिनकी टर्नओवर 5 करोड़ से 250 करोड़, और उसमें से सिर्फ 700 कंपनियां लिस्टेड, सिर्फ 700 कंपनियां. Why so? What are the reasons? The number one reason is lack of awareness. लोगों को पता ही नहीं है कि ऐसी फैसिलिटी भी है अवेलेबल. ओके, lack of knowledge. Fear of IPO process. लोग डरते हैं कि हाँ IPO पता नहीं क्या चीज है, कोई हवा है बहुत बड़ा. So people are afraid. They are fearful of the IPO process. You don't have to be afraid because there are people like me who can help you in the IPO process. Right? Then indecisiveness. बहुत से लोग जानते भी हैं, सोचते भी हैं, बट वो डिसीजन नहीं ले पाते. करें नहीं करें, करें नहीं करें. Should we go for this? Should we not? Should we go for this? Should we not? Like that. Why? Because of lack of awareness. Then another reason is fear of compliances. कि हम अगर IPO के लिए जाएंगे तो compliances बढ़ जाएंगे. No doubt, थोड़ी compliances बढ़ेंगी because SME IPO करने से थोड़ी compliance बढ़ती हैं. मेन बोर्ड IPO में compliances बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाती हैं. ओके, बट माय डियर फ्रेंड, अगर आप बिजनेस को ग्रो करना चाहते हो, fear of failure is always there. Fear of failure is always there, and I tell you, around 90% of the businesses all over the world, not only in India, all over the world, 90% of the businesses, new businesses which are started, are closed down within next 10 years. 10 साल में 90% से ज्यादा बिजनेस बंद हो जाते हैं. इसलिए fear of failure is there, but fear of failure should not be the reason कि आप आगे नहीं बढ़े. Okay. Now, as I told you, listed companies जो है SME सेक्टर में वो 700 कंपनियां. Okay. The market capitalization, market value of all these companies is 1.5 lakhs plus. 1.5 लाख करोड़, 1.5 लाख करोड़ इनकी वैल्यूएशन है 700 कंपनियों की. Imagine. And these companies, 700 companies, they raise just 10,000 crores from the market. Just 10,000 crores, जिसकी आज वैल्यूएशन 1.5 lakh करोड़. Okay. And out of the 700 companies, more than 250 companies have moved to the main board, main stock exchange from the SME. Okay. The average valuation per company, if we look at, is more than 100 crores. कोई कंपनी 30 करोड़ की थी, कोई 40 करोड़ की थी, सब एवरेज वैल्यूएशन देखें तो इज मोर देन 100 करोड़ पर कंपनी. And average funds these 700 companies raised was just 12.4 crores. 12.5 करोड़ से भी कम एवरेज आती है जो फंड्स इन्होंने रेज किया, और आज मार्केट वैल्यूएशन जो एवरेज वैल्यूएशन है वो 100 करोड़ प्लस है. This is the magic how wealth is created. So for those of you who don't know who am I, मैं हूं कौन और आप मुझे क्यों सुन रहे हैं. So my dear friends, I'm a chartered accountant and author with over 44 years of experience. I have vast experience in project consultancy, bank loans, institutional loans, project funding. I have published a weekly newspaper for 8 years during the 90s. The new name of the newspaper was Money Media. I have been advisor to dozens of SME IPOs, apart from other consultancies. I was the sole advisor of Canterville Retail India Limited IPO. Canterville Retail आप सब जानते होंगे, Canterville के stores all over India हैं. They had an IPO of 105 crores. And I was the sole advisor and sold this IPO during that tough time. And we got the IPO oversubscribed by 2.55 times, despite उस महीने में सबसे ज़्यादा IPO आए थे. 18 IPOs in 1 month. That was the highest at that time. Okay. I'm the author of these 2 books. More are coming shortly. Indian SMEs and the Power of SME IPO and Pitch Like a Pro. These are the 2 books which are available on Amazon. Okay. Now, as this SME book, IPO book is the first book on SME IPOs in India. Now I'm on a mission to help 1,000 SMEs to achieve growth in their business through SME IPOs. So who is there want to stand with me in this journey? Let me show you a few pictures of my physical programs which used to be there. ऐसे ऐसे हमारी सेमिनार होती थी ऑडिटोरियम्स में before the COVID. Okay. These are glimpses of some of my live webinars or seminars. But after COVID, things have changed. Okay. So who wants to come out with an IPO now? Tell me. Come on, write down in the chat box. Who want to be with me in this journey? मैंने बोला 1000 कंपनियों को मैं हेल्प करना चाहता हूँ. गुड गुड. बाकी लोग नहीं चाहते हैं क्या? वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. अभी देखते हैं आप में से कितने लोग एक्चुअली रेडी हैं. ओके, we'll be checking that very shortly. Now, why IPO? IPO करना क्यों चाहिए भाई? हेल्प चाहिए, हेल्प तो मिलेगा ना. Why IPO? IPO क्यों करना चाहिए? कोई फायदा तो होगा ना करने का. अगर फायदा नहीं है तो क्यों करना है ना? तो क्या फायदा IPO करने का? Let's see that. What are the advantages? Number 1 is you get extra funds, easy access to funds. When you get extra funds, you can grow your business faster. Okay. You can grow your business faster. You can grow your business otherwise also, but you will be able to grow it slowly. But when you go for the IPO, you can grow your business much, much more faster, right? फिर लोग डरते हैं, there is a fear कि हम IPO करेंगे तो हमारे बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स में दूसरे लोग आ जाएंगे, ये होगा. So my dear friends, you don't have to induct any shareholder as a director in your company. The control is going to remain with you. सारा कंट्रोल आपके पास ही रहता है, shareholders के पास कंट्रोल नहीं रहता है. Okay, so this is another benefit. Then इंक्रीज इन द नेटवर्थ. कंपनी का और आपका एज ए प्रमोटर नेटवर्थ बढ़ जाता है. द नेटवर्थ इंक्रीजेस ड्रामेटिकली. ओके, जैसा मैंने आपको अभी एग्जांपल दिखाया, 45 करोड़ कंपनी बिकम्स मोर देन 500 करोड़ कंपनी इन लेस देन 1 year. ओके, So this is a benefit for company as well as to the promoters. More credit limit. Suppose you want more funds, you need more funds for your business, you can have more loan or credit limits from the banking system. And you can bargain on the interest rate also after listing. Because listed companies normally get some sort of discount in interest rate also. Then you get free publicity because there are lots of websites, TV channels, business channels who will be willing to interview you and show your interview on their television shows or on their websites. Apart from that, your company's name will always be, every day it will be shown on the stock exchange screen. So that gives you free publicity and better credibility. Because जब आपकी विजिबिलिटी बढ़ती है तो आपकी पब्लिसिटी होती है फ्री में एंड योर बिजनेस ग्रोस, आपकी सेल भी बढ़ती है उससे, राइट? क्रेडिबिलिटी बढ़ती है, देन योर ब्रांड वैल्यू आल्सो इंक्रीजेस, you become a better known brand. Okay, you can become a debt free company, you can pay out the loans which you are already having, you can raise money through the IPO and pay the bank loan and become a debt free company, right? You unlock the valuation, as I told earlier कि आपने जो बरसों से मेहनत की है उसकी वैल्यूएशन, आपको रियल वैल्यूएशन पता लगती है जब आप IPO में जाते हैं और वो आपकी बुक्स में फिर नजर आने लगती है, राइट? 0% इंटरेस्ट, जो फंड्स आप IPO से रेस करते हैं उस पे आपको कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं देना पड़ता. That fund is entirely interest free and is not refundable. That is the beauty. This is not refundable. Okay, till the time you are running your business, you don't have to refund that money. Then wealth creation. I have shown you examples के wealth creation कैसे होता है IPO से. Okay. Now, dramatically आपके जो नेटवर्थ है, प्रोमोटर्स की भी नेटवर्थ ड्रामेटिकली बढ़ जाती है ऑल ऑफ ए सडन. मैंने एग्जांपल बताया आपको, 10 करोड़ नेटवर्थ की कंपनी की आपके पास 100% ओनरशिप है, आपकी वैल्यू 10 करोड़ है, आपकी नेटवर्थ 10 करोड़. IPO के बाद आप 75% के मालिक हैं, आपकी कंपनी की वैल्यूएशन हो जाती है 100 करोड़, तो वही 10 करोड़ वाली कंपनी में अब आपकी नेटवर्थ है 75 करोड़, 75 करोड़. ओके, नाउ सपोज आपको कभी कैश की जरूरत पड़ती है, आपको पैसे की जरूरत पड़ती है आपके बिजनेस में या आपको पर्सनली, तो यू कैन सेल सम शेयर्स एंड गेट कैश. ओके, अदरवाइज यू कैन नॉट हैव ए टेम्पररी पार्टनर इन योर बिजनेस. आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते, पैसे की जरूरत है, चल भैया मेरे पास आ जा, 5% ले ले, 2% ले ले, और जब मेरे पास पैसा आ जाएगा मैं आपका वापस कर दूंगा और आपको पार्टनरशिप से निकाल दूंगा. ऐसा नहीं कर सकते ना. बट व्हेन यू आर ए लिस्टेड कंपनी, you can sell a small portion of your shares in the market and later on you can buy it back. Okay, so that is another benefit. Then you can get loan against your shares. Your shares become collateral security. अभी आपके बिजनेस की collateral security आपको प्रॉपर्टी के या और दूसरी कंपनीज के शेयर्स के फॉर्म पे देनी पड़ती है. But after listing, your shares become collateral security and you can take loans from banks against your shares. After listing, your company has got a better reputation and you attract better talent. आपकी टीम बड़ी अच्छी बन सकती है IPO के बाद. ओके, सो अब ये देखना है कि ये सारे बेनिफिट्स तो हैं, बट क्या आप एलिजिबल हैं, क्या आप IPO ला सकते हैं? कैन यू हैव एन IPO इन योर बिजनेस? सो डू यू वांट टू नो व्हाट इज द एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया? कौन कौन लोग, कौन कौन बिजनेसेस IPO ला सकते हैं SME पे? जो जानना चाहते हैं वो लोग मी, राइट डाउन मी इन द चैट बॉक्स. गुड गुड गुड. थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू. सो नाउ द फर्स्ट requirement is that your business should be more than 3 years old. पहली शर्त है आपका बिजनेस कम से कम 3 साल पुराना होना चाहिए. मिनिमम 3 years old business is eligible for SME IPO. Okay, this is the first condition. What next? It should be profitable. Your business should be profitable in at least 1 year out of the last 3 years. पिछले 3 साल में से कम 1 साल में प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए. ओके. Then there should be positive net worth. आपके बिजनेस की नेटवर्थ नेगेटिव नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर नेगेटिव है तो आईपीओ के लिए आप एलिजिबल नहीं है. नेट टेंजिबल एसेट्स मींस आपके जो एसेट्स हैं बिजनेस में माइनस द करंट लायबिलिटीज, ओके, माइनस द बैंक लोन्स इज द नेट टेंजिबल एसेट्स. ये 1.5 करोड़ रुपया कम से कम होना चाहिए. देन even known companies are eligible. Even if you are a proprietorship or a partnership or a private limited company or an LLP, you can get converted into a limited company and you can come out with the IPO. पार्टनरशिप भी हो तब भी चलेगा, प्रोप्राइटरशिप है तब भी चलेगा, LLP है तब भी चलेगा, प्राइवेट लिमिटेड है तब भी चलेगा. ओके. Now next condition is there should be no change in the promoters during last 1 year. जब आप आईपीओ के लिए जाते हैं पिछले 1 साल में प्रमोटर्स में चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. सपोज आपकी पार्टनरशिप फर्म है तो उसमें पिछले 1 साल में कोई आपका पार्टनर छोड़ के नहीं गया हो, कोई नया पार्टनर नहीं आया. ओके. एंड आईपीओ के बाद आपकी जो पेड अप कैपिटल है वो 25 करोड़ से नीचे रहनी चाहिए. ये कंडीशंस हैं. These are the eligibility criteria, right? If you meet all these conditions, you are eligible. अब सवाल ये आता है कि which business is eligible? So my dear friends, if you look at this list, this includes almost every sector: textiles, electricity, blah 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 blah. Whether you are into manufacturing, whether you are into retail, whether you are into wholesale, whether you are into service sector, whether you are an aggregator, whatever, any business which is legally allowed to be done in India is eligible for SME IPO. So ये business कर सकता है कि नहीं, वो कर सकता है कि नहीं, ये छोड़ दीजिए. Every business is eligible, right? Now another thing comes capability. This is not mentioned anywhere. This is not mentioned anywhere. Okay. This is not mentioned anywhere. I am giving you one example to make it clear. अगर आपको IIT में एडमिशन लेना है, every prospectus of all the IITs, they will say आपका 60% मार्क्स अगर है 12th क्लास में, you are eligible for admission. The prospectus says you are eligible to get admitted into IIT with 60% marks in your 12th grade, +2. Okay. +2 में 12 आपका 60% मार्क्स होने से you are eligible. But कितने लोगों को मिलता है 60% पे एडमिशन? 0. किसी को भी नहीं मिलता. एडमिशन किनको मिलता है? जो 90% से ऊपर है, 95, 96, 97, blah 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 blah. क्यों? Because there is a lot of competition. Similarly, here in SME IPO, there is a competition the other way, because investors have to put their money in your company. So your company should be investable. आपकी कंपनी ऐसी होनी चाहिए, आपका बिजनेस ऐसा होना चाहिए कि जिसमें लोगों को अट्रैक्शन नजर आए. आपकी एलिजिबिलिटी तो है, बट whether this company, whether this business is able to attract investors, this is the main criteria. Okay. तो वो बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी हो जाता है. अगर आपकी कंपनी इन्वेस्टेबल नहीं है तो उसको इन्वेस्टेबल बनाना पड़ेगा. इन्वेस्टेबल, अगर इसको मैं सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बोलूं तो बोलते हैं जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. इफ यू वांट टू मेक इट इन्वेस्टेबल, योर बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट, योर बैलेंस शीट शुड बी स्ट्रांग एनफ. ओके. लोगों को लगना चाहिए हाँ, इफ वी इन्वेस्ट इन दिस कंपनी हमें फायदा होगा. Then people will invest, otherwise they will not. So for the success of the IPO, it has to be a strong company, right? Now, what is the process? Who wants to know the process of an SME IPO? Those who want to know, say BIO, that is bring it on. Say BIO if you want to know the process. Good, 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 good. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Now, this is a 4-stage process. The IPO process is 4-stage. Actually, there are 5 stages, but 4-stage we'll be talking. 5th stage is that you are a listed company. The first stage is preparation. You appoint IPO advisors. So for your information, IPOCARE, that is my brand name, and the name of my company is ABM Capital Options. We are one of the leading IPO advisors in India. So you can appoint us as your IPO advisor. Then lead managers or merchant bankers are appointed. Then a feasibility report is prepared on the IPO, whether you can come out with an IPO or not, and what is going to be the size of the IPO, what is going to be the valuation of your enterprise, etc., etc. Everything is decided. Then the lead managers or the merchant bankers, they do the due diligence. कि आपका सारा बिजनेस ठीक ठाक है ना, कोई गड़बड़ है तो वो आपको लिखना पड़ता है. If there are any cases done by you against others or done by others against you, everything has to be disclosed. All disputes, everything has to be disclosed. What are your assets? What are your agreements? What are your copyrights? Everything has to be disclosed. Okay. Then all this information is compiled into an offer document, which is known as prospectus. IPO में prospectus होता है ना, so the prospectus is prepared. And this prospectus or offer document is not a small document. This is a complete book running into 300, 400, 500 pages. It's a complete book, thick book, running into several hundred pages and giving all the details and information about your business. Last 5 years balance sheets, future projections, your business, nature of your business, prospects of your business for the future, blah, 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 about the promoters, who are the promoters, what is the background, what all agreements you have got with various agencies, what are the risk factors, everything is disclosed. Then your balance sheets for the last 5 years are re-audited by a peer review auditor, okay, and has to be restructured according to the format of the stock exchange, right? Then capital structuring is decided कि कितना capital आपका होगा, किस price पे आपके shares बेचे जाएंगे, कितना portion, कितना percent आप market में देंगे, कितना percent retail investors को जाएगा, कितना percent HNI को जाएगा, कितना percent institutions को जाएगा, blah blah. All these things are decided, right? Then comes the second stage. When all these things are prepared, then you appoint bankers and other intermediaries like registrar and transfer agent, like brokers, like underwriters, like advertising agency. All these intermediaries are appointed. And bankers are also appointed because only selected bankers will be accepting your share applications. हर बैंक में आपका share application नहीं जाएगा. So आपको बैंक अपॉइंट करना पड़ता है, उनके साथ एग्रीमेंट करना पड़ता है कि कौन सा बैंक आपके शेयर एप्लीकेशंस एक्सेप्ट करेगा. All these things are done by the IPO advisor and the merchant bankers in consultation with you. ये सारा काम आपको नहीं करना होता. Okay. Then आपका ऑफर डॉक्यूमेंट या प्रोस्पेक्टस जो है वो बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज या नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज जिसमें भी आपकी लिस्टिंग हो रही है वहां पे फाइल किया जाता है. Then they make certain questions, queries, observations that you have to answer all those questions and satisfy the stock exchange. So after they review your prospectus or the offer document, they give you permission for the IPO. And the approved prospectus is now filed with the registrar of companies, right? Then comes the third stage. इसमें marketing शुरू हो जाता है. आपका जो road shows होते हैं, investor meets होती हैं, investors को attract करने के लिए सारा information बनाया जाता है, उनके साथ presentation की जाती हैं, उनकी conferences की जाती हैं, brokers से की जाती हैं. फिर anchor investor आपके अपॉइंट होते हैं. एंकर इन्वेस्टर वो होता है जो मोस्टली इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टर होते हैं या बैंक्स होते हैं जो 3%, 5%, 10% आपके आईपीओ का वो अकेला भरता है। ओके, देन द आईपीओ इज लॉन्च्ड, then you start receiving bids or say share applications. Normally the IPO remains open for 3 to 5 days. उस ड्यूरेशन में जो एप्लीकेशंस आती हैं उसके बाद आईपीओ क्लोज हो जाता है। Then comes the fourth stage. The share transfer agents or registrar to the issue in consultation with the stock exchange finalizes the basis of allotment कि किस किस को कितने कितने शेयर्स मिलने हैं। क्योंकि मोस्टली जब अच्छा आईपीओ होता है तो जितना आईपीओ है इससे कई गुना एप्लीकेशंस आती हैं, तो पूरे सबको तो पैसा आपका जो आया है वो आप रख नहीं सकते, आप उतना ही पैसा रख सकते हैं जितना आपका आईपीओ साइज अप्रूव था। देयर आर केसेस के जहां पे आईपीओ है मान लीजिए 10 करोड़ का और आपके पास आ जाते हैं 200 करोड़, 500 करोड़, 1000 करोड़, तो बाकी सारा पैसा वापस जाता है। ओके, सो आफ्टर अलॉटमेंट यू गेट लिस्टिंग अप्रूवल्स फ्रॉम द स्टॉक एक्सचेंज। डेट इज फिक्स्ड कि भी यहाँ कौन सी डेट से आपकी ट्रेडिंग चालू हो जाएगी और उस ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर डेट योर शेयर्स स्टार्ट्स ट्रेडिंग ऑन द स्टॉक एक्सचेंज फ्लोर। ओके, देन the remaining fees of the intermediaries is paid and the balance money is transferred to the company's normal bank account. आपको पैसा आ जाता है, right? This is the process. And the fifth stage is you become a listed company now. मजा आया सुन के, है ना? थोड़ा complicated है, but professionals are there to help you out. Okay, now do you want to see some case studies? Want to see some examples के लोगों ने आईपीओ किया उससे क्या बेनिफिट हुआ? मैंने 2 केस आपको पहले दिखाए। Want to see more examples? Good, 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 good. Thank you everyone. Look at this list. This is the list prepared by Economic Times. So if you look at these companies, Cool Cap Industries, IPO price was 38 rupees. The current IPO size was 11 crores and the appreciation this company has seen is 862% rise in the valuation. 862%. The second company 753%. Third company 676%, 554% and like that. This is the kind of growth in market valuation and in wealth creation is possible. Okay, this list continues. Now, these companies, these are the top 10 companies which came out with an IPO during 2022. You see the price and you see the current price. This first company, they came out with an IPO at 37 rupees. Current price is 270 rupees. Next company, 67 rupees IPO price. Current price 381. Third company 135 IPO price, current market price 760 rupees. 38 rupees has become 181. 15 rupees has become 57. 55 has become 199 and like that. Okay. So that is how wealth is created. That is how value is created. Right. You can become a unicorn company if you work hard. If you go for listing and work hard, you can become a unicorn. A new unicorn is a company with a valuation of $1 billion. 1000 जो है $1 billion अगर आपकी वैल्यूएशन है तो you become a unicorn company. इंडिया में कितनी यूनिकॉर्न कंपनीज? हाउ मेनी यूनिकॉर्न्स आर देयर इन इंडिया? एनी आंसर्स? कंपनीज विद अ वैल्यूएशन ऑफ 8000 करोड़ प्लस 107. करेक्ट, दिस इज द एग्जैक्ट आंसर. 107 कंपनीज इन इंडिया which are unicorn companies. Right? Now, want to see a unique example? This is a unique example, my dear friends. This company named EKI Energy Services Limited. This company came out with an IPO in April 21. In April 21, this company came out with an IPO, SME IPO, and the valuation of this company was 96 crores at that time. That was the market value at the time of IPO. And within just 9 months, this company saw an appreciation of 10,600%. And the valuation became more than $1 billion. तो 9 महीने में ये कंपनी लिस्टिंग के बाद यूनिकॉर्न बन गई. Wonderful. Manish Tapkara is the owner of this company, and you can find it on the internet. So this is a unique example. After SME IPO, 96 करोड़ का IPO लेके आई थी, 96 करोड़ वैल्यूएशन पे कंपनी IPO लेके आई थी, और आज ये एक यूनिकॉर्न. So how many of you are mind blown? किस किस के दिमाग की बत्ती चली है? मजा आया कुछ देख करके? क्या हो सकता है? What is the possibility if you go for the SME IPO? What is the possibility? मजा आ रहा है ना? You can also do wonders like that. So if you have got the IPO dream, you are in the right place, as I told initially. You know this person, Dhirubhai Ambani. Reliance Industries came out with an IPO in 1977. Reliance was an SME like you. Reliance was an SME like you. They came out with an SME IPO in 1977, and today you see the valuation of the company. The same thing can happen to you and your business. So this is very, very much possible. How many of these people you know? इनमें से कितने लोगों को आप जानते हैं? ये सब SME लेके IPO लेकर के आए थे. All these people, well-known industrialists in the country, they all came out with SME IPOs, and now they are big guns. You can be the next. You can be the next. So what next? You have got all this information, got all this knowledge. Now what next? If you think of an IPO, think of us, because we are one of the leading IPO advisors in the country. We provide complete IPO solution under one roof. You don't have to bother के merchant banker कौन होगा, कहाँ से आएगा, कौन अच्छा है, कौन नहीं है, कौन हमारा काम करेगा ढंग से, कौन नहीं करेगा, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. Okay? We provide the complete solution under one roof. Professional, if you are a professional, you can also become our channel partner, and you can refer your clients to us on sharing basis, and we can do the entire work. Right? Name of the game is fundraising. Getting the IPO cleared from the stock exchange is not a big thing. Any merchant banker can get the IPO cleared from the stock exchange. But my dear friends, as on date, there are more than 100 approved prospectuses lying with companies, lying with merchant bankers, and they are not able to open the issue, because after approval you get a period of 1 year. एक साल में आप कभी भी IPO उसके बाद ला सकते हैं. But उनकी हिम्मत नहीं होती है, because they are not capable of raising funds. They are not capable, those merchant bankers are not capable of raising funds. So hundreds of approved IPOs are lying. वो टेबल पे पड़े पड़े, उनसे कुछ आएंगे कुछ नहीं आएंगे. So name of game is fundraising. What is holding you back? क्या चीज आपको रोक रही है? आपके दिमाग में चल रहा होगा कंप्लायंसेस बढ़ जाएंगी. तो इफ यू वांट टू ग्रो, कंप्लायंस तो थोड़ी बहुत बढ़ेंगी, बट SME IPO में कंप्लायंस ज्यादा नहीं बढ़ती है. फिर आपका जो सबकॉन्शियस माइंड है वो आपको रोकता है, नहीं यार कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया. तो ये हाई वैल्यू डिसीजन है. दिस इज ए हाई वैल्यू डिसीजन एंड हाई इम्पैक्ट ऑल्सो. जब हाई इम्पैक्ट डिसीजन होता है, नेचुरली हाई वैल्यू होता है, और उसमें हर आदमी डरता है. Want to be like this? Want to be a bull on the stock market? Want to see your share price rising like that? Who is going to handhold you? This is a big question. कि आप अगर चाहें करना है तो आपका सपोर्ट कौन करेगा, कौन आपकी पूरी IPO प्रोसेस में हैंड होल्डिंग करेगा? So my dear friends, you don't have to be afraid. We do the complete hand holding from concept to not only till the success of the IPO, but till the migration of your company from the SME board to the main board, which is normally after 2 years. Okay. तो उस केस में भी हम तब तक आपके साथ रहते हैं, उसके बाद भी अगर हो जरूरत तो वी आर देयर फॉर योर हेल्प. We help you in second round of funding, third round of funding, and more things. Okay. So start to finish, we provide the hand holding. So if you want to discuss the prospects, okay, if you want to discuss the prospects of your IPO, you can book a one-to-one consultation, Zoom consultation with me. I have given the link here. You can click this link. There is a very small token amount, 1000 plus GST.